evening and welcome to this edition of Newsleader on 6. Today is Thursday, February 13th, 2014. I'm Jim Fuller. In tonight's news, Tennesseans think teachers are underpaid according to a recent Vanderbilt University poll. The Manchester Police Department is cracking down on motorists who don't wear their seat belts. Coffee County commissioners will face some challenges in balancing the county's budget this year, and Tullahoma Police Chief Paul Blackwell will tell us about a new method of communicating with citizens. We'll have these stories and more on tonight's Newsleader on 6.
Push it, pull it, or drag it in for our annual Cash for Trash event. It's going to be bigger and better than ever at all the State McNabb dealerships.
That means the whole month of February we are giving you $2,000 minimum towards the purchase of any pre-owned vehicle.
And we've received a huge shipment of new cars.
We're stacking them deep and selling them cheap.
So push, pull, or drag your vehicle in today for your $2,000. It's the biggest event of the year at State McNabb Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
And Stan McNabb Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac.
And State McNabb Ford.
Cash for Trash Month is back.
Yes, yes.
It's over! It's over! The Shovel Girls have defeated Bradley County for the state championship.
Shelbyville's the winner, 48-46.
Join the Bobby Locke Coach 1964 state champions March 22nd from 5 till 8 p.m. in the Shelbyville Central High School Gymnasium as they relive that memorable evening when they came together to win the first state championship for Shelbyville. Join us for a meet and greet with players and cheerleaders from 1964 and enjoy a 3-on-3 basketball game featuring members of the championship team. Contact Sylvia Sanders Pitson at 931-580-9696 or Amy Feeney Wells at 931-581-8194 for more information.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please, for the following public service announcement. He's back! The Watkins Man is back, bringing his world-famous Watkins products to 104 East Lauderdale Street in Tullahoma, where Richard and Stephanie Carpenter have opened the area's only Watkins store. Since 1886, Watkins has produced all natural products, starting with the pain liniment and now including soaps, oils, creams, scrubs, royal jelly, beeswax, supplements dedicated to natural health and pain management, cover total external and internal body care. And don't forget the world-famous spices, extracts, teas, and cooking ingredients. With too many products to list, know that all Watkins products are 100% natural using the highest quality ingredients obtainable. Always remember with Watkins, when you buy the best, you use less.
Welcome back. Tennessee public school teachers are underpaid, and achievement tests taken by students shouldn't determine how any raises are distributed, according to a recent Vanderbilt poll. The survey taken November the 20th through December the 5th by landlines and cell phones of 860 registered voters in Tennessee showed that voters ranked education second only to the economy as an important issue on which they wished state lawmakers to focus. In similar surveys in 2012 and May 2013, 18% of registered voters wanted education to be a priority. By the December 2013 poll, that number had risen to 28% as the top priority. The economy fell to 48% from a high of 60% in 2012. The survey showed that 64% of registered voters believe Tennessee public school teachers are underpaid, with 2% saying they are overpaid and 29% say they are paid about the right amount. 5% said they didn't know. 63% of those surveyed are against the notion that teachers should be paid more if their students scored well on statewide tests, while 34% thought it was a good idea. Charter schools are looked upon favorably by Tennessee voters, according to that same Vanderbilt poll. 70% of respondents are agreeable to opening more such schools in the state. 27% were against more charter schools opening, and 4% said they didn't have an opinion. Voters are closely divided on the issue of vouchers, with 39% favoring a limited voucher program for low-income families in poor performance schools, 30% preferring a statewide program open to all, and 29% opposed to any voucher program. Josh Clinton, the co-director of the Vanderbilt poll, said, quote, "The public continues to express a strong support for continued reforms in education. The results of our poll, for example, show support for a limited voucher program similar to the one proposed by Governor Haslam," end quote. The Manchester Police Department is participating in the Governor's Highway Safety Office's Seatbelts Are For Everyone campaign. The SAFE campaign is running from February 1st, 2014 to August the 1st, 2014, and is designed to increase seatbelt usage in Tennessee. The department will be conducting education awareness during this time, especially toward young children, young drivers, and students at local schools, and also senior citizen centers. The goal is to increase seatbelt usage for all passengers. The Manchester Police Department will increase enforcement during this time, and violators not wearing seatbelts and parents who do not use child restraints will be cited. A pre-survey was conducted on Highway 55 inside the Manchester city limits, and it was determined that 68% of drivers were wearing seatbelts. The Coffee County Budget and Finance Committee is wrangling with a decision that would put many commissioners on an unpopular path prior to upcoming elections in May. The committee is trying to patch a $2.5 million shortfall in the county's operating budget for fiscal year 2014 and 15. The shortfall resulted from from operating expense that will be forced on taxpayers when a new jail and a middle school open late this summer. The bond issue for the construction of both facilities does not cover cost of running the jail and the school. A 25-cent property tax increase or a wheel tax or some type of combination of both will be needed to cover salaries, utilities, and other operating costs of the two new facilities, according to committee chairman Rush Bricken. Bricken said the new school will need roughly $600,000 per year for salaries of new personnel and other operating expenses, while the new jail could cost as much as $1.2 million more per year to operate than the current jail. Under state law, if the county schools receive any money, that amount is doubled to split with Tullahoma and Manchester city schools according to their average daily attendance percentages. In order to raise $2.5 million through a wheel tax only, it would have to be set at $50 annually for the 51,746 registered vehicles that fall under the tax. Bricken also suggested combining a $25 wheel tax with a 12.5-cent property tax hike to spread the cost burden more evenly. The next meeting is scheduled for 5 p.m. on Tuesday, February 18th in Committee Room 1 of the Coffee County Administrative Plaza, which is located at 1329 MacArthur Street in Manchester. Stay with us. We'll be right back in a moment.
To rid yourself of body pain, stiffness, and stress while increasing circulation, visit the Balance Spa in Shelbyville at 731 North Main Street, or have them visit you at your office for a chair massage. Simon Cow and Maria Keys Gammon give a professional full-body foot or chair massage that makes you feel like new. Call owner Linda Hackle Brown at 931-639-4885 to set your appointment today.
Let the Smokehouse be your mountain getaway destination in beautiful Monteagle, Tennessee. Enjoy our cabins, restaurant, and old general store. Shop thesmokehouse.com featuring homemade barbecue sauces, jellies, and many other fine Tennessee products. Our live Music on the Mountain series features some of the best local and Nashville talent every Friday and Saturday night, 6:30 p.m. No cover, kids welcome.
Looking for a unique gift for someone special, or perhaps something just for yourself? Then you need to check out Grady Mac Denim Company, right here in the heart of Tullahoma. Grady Mac features the full line of men's and women's Lucky brand apparel. Stop in and check out our denim production line. Grady Mac offers a full line of outdoor sporting apparel and much more. And check out our custom fly fishing equipment, fine art, and signed sports memorabilia. There's something for everyone at Grady Mac Denim Company, the most unique store in Tullahoma.
When you're running late headed to that sporting event or horse show and hungry but need gas, you don't have to choose which to get. Just stop at any Quick Mart where gas prices are normal and the food is outstanding. Burgers, fries, salads, sub sandwiches, chicken strips, egg rolls, even pizza can be picked up while the gas is pumping. Stop by any Quick Mart today and not only save time, but enjoy some good cooking, southern hospitality, and prices you can live with.
Welcome back. I spoke with Tullahoma Police Chief Paul Blackwell earlier this week about their arrest in a bank robbery case and a new method the police department is using to communicate with citizens. We have Tullahoma Police Chief Paul Blackwell is joining us today to provide us with that information about the police department. By the way, Paul, the last time you were here, we were talking about we'd had a murder in Tullahoma, which is rare, and in the 2 weeks since then, we've also had a bank robbery, which is extremely rare. Right. And I was just thinking, though, that you guys already caught you already made an arrest in the case, and it's pretty much sure you got the right guy because he admitted it on television last night.
He did.
But I would have to think that these days that's not a very good crime to commit, robbing a bank, if you expect to have some chance of getting away. Does anybody ever get away with those deals?
I guess our jails and everything are full of people that thought they could get away.
Yeah.
But, you do hear those bank robbers that may do 2, 3, 4 bank robberies, and then something happens and they get caught.
Yeah.
But again, as you said, with technology and not only in video cameras, but the way banks do business, it's becoming more difficult.
Right.
They may be able to pull the crime off, but as we said, they're going to get caught eventually. And that is what happened in this case. It occurred on Tuesday, and Friday we made the arrest.
Right.
And again, what we try to tell people is police work is not like television.
You're right.
People do have constitutional rights. We have to make sure that when we make a case that it's going to stand up in court. Because unlike TV, they solve them in 4 minutes, and sometimes your constitutional rights get trampled on TV. But in the real world, we have to make sure we do it right. And, we may know 10 minutes after the incident occurred who did it, but we've got to make sure that we have all our ducks together before we make the arrest.
I bet as a law enforcement person that's sometimes a little frustrating when you just, I know this guy did it, but I've got to have all the pieces.
It does. But we know that if the case doesn't just end when we make the arrest. We made the arrest for this robbery, but it doesn't end there because we still have to do more follow-up to make sure he is the one that did it, that he acted alone, that when we get into court, we can convince a jury or a judge that this person did it.
Right.
If they didn't do it, we have that much of an obligation too to say, well, they may not have done this.
Right.
So we have an obligation to check both sides.
Right.
And because really when we go into court, it's our reputation that's on the line, that when we're talking to a jury or to a judge, that this is what happened and this is what we believe led to this person being arrested.
It's been a long time since we've had a bank robbery in this town. I think the last one I remember was the bank across the street in front of the one that got robbed, the Traders Bank.
The last one prior to this one was in 2009. It was one of the temporary banks that had set up while they were building their
First Vision, I think.
Well, I wasn't going to say the name.
Yeah, okay.
But it did. That was the last one.
Right.
And that one was not solved.
Right.
So that is one where somebody got away. So sometimes you think that if those criminals just commit one act and stay low, their chances may be a little bit better. But it kind of plays into what I wanted to talk about today, and that's mass communication. How do we get information out to the public in the event of an emergency or a bank robbery?
Right.
To give out maybe the description of somebody or a vehicle description. Bad weather, is just on our doorstep. How do we get information out to people about road closures or stay away from this area? And that's one of the things we have to do a better job of in this community. We use a program called Nixle, Nixle, and that's a free service. You can sign up online at nixle.com, and you can sign up to get email alerts or a text alert. And that way we can hit a lot of people at one time with information. What's important, though, is we want people to understand we're not going to do this. You're not going to get a daily alert from us.
Right.
We're going to only use it in an extreme situation. So when you see it, you'll know to pay attention to it. The last time we used it, we can go in the back door and see how many people received it either by email or text, and it was only about 350 text messages and maybe 175 emails. So maybe 500 people got the alert, and some of them may be duplicate. Some may get it both email and text. But in a community our size of 18,700, probably easily half of those people have a cell phone. So that's roughly 9,000 contacts. We don't have that, and we need that, because if we had a major event, an incident at a school, a train derailment, anything that affects our community, we have to be able to tell people.
More Newsleader on 6 is coming up after these messages.
The Russell Barnett Ford family has over 300 vehicles in inventory, both new and pre-owned. With vehicles starting as low as $29.95, along with rebates and incentives up to $10,000, you will not need to look any further than the Russell Barnett Ford family. Surrounded by great attitudes and even better prices, we want to save you time and money. So look no further than Russell Barnett Ford of Tullahoma and Russell Barnett Ford of Winchester, or visit us on the web at russellbarnett.com. And remember, why buy anywhere else?
Serving you as a local firefighter.
Proudly served our country in the United States Air Force.
Serving Tullahoma.
Helping our kids.
Hi, I'm Terry Struve. Your comfort is our service. We'd like to thank Tullahoma for the privilege of serving your heating and cooling needs.
All right, the cat's out of the bag at Carroll Street Liquor in Tullahoma. Now you know where to go if you're planning a get-together and want the ideal wine or spirit. Party planning can be stressful, but at Carroll Street Liquor you'll find everything you need. Mixers, gift sets, and all of your favorite spirit brands. So if you're feeling the pressure to pull off the ideal party, come to Carroll Street Liquor and select among the seemingly endless supply of wines, spirits, gift sets, and more. Your perfect party, it's in the bag with Carroll Street Liquors.
We're calling it ROCK, R-O-K, rewarding our kids, because that's what it's all about.
It's for the kids, to help the kids, give them something to do besides out on the street.
This is for those who
Welcome back. Tullahoma High School senior Susanna Price was named honorary alderman for February. Let's watch as the announcement was made at Monday night's board meeting.
Okay, as you can see, we have a new face at our meeting this evening. So, Mr. Mathis, I'll ask you to do the introductions, please.
I'll be glad to. We have Miss Susanna Price. She's a senior at Tullahoma High School. She is involved with our cheerleading for the previous 4 or 5 years at Tullahoma in the middle school. She's also one of our track stars. Not only that, but she's one of those individuals that works very diligently with the CDZ classes and helps with those young kids, and you can see them each day as they come into the cafeteria. They really relate really well with her, and that is really a plus. She's also one of those individuals who will be attending Montlow College next year and then hopes to go to BYU after that. She also is one of the individuals that can meet you with a smile each and every day and help make your day. So I think she'll do really well whatever she chooses to do.
Very nice. Very nice introduction. Ms. Price, do you have anything to add? Maybe Mr. Mathis left out.
Well, after Montlow, I'm planning on there it says BYU, but I'm going to go to Montlow for a year to save because I'm planning on either going on a mission trip for about a year and a half or attending Montlow or BYU to become a speech pathologist. So that's all I have.
Okay. Well, welcome. She also mentioned to me a few minutes ago that she's trying to find employment, some part-time after school. So if any of you are aware of any part-time positions, I know she would appreciate the opportunity. Okay, I've got a certificate to recognize your work as an honorary alderman. So if you want to stand at your desk, I'll present this to you.
The Coffee County Humane Society's featured pet this week is Jenny. Jenny is a friendly liver and white terrier who is ready for a new home. The shelter also has many other dogs available for adoption at 1210 Oakdale Street in Manchester. Hours of operation at the shelter are 7:30 a.m. until 2:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. The shelter's phone number is 723-2711 or 723-2730. Donations for animal care can be made to the Coffee County Humane Society at Post Office Box 252, Manchester, Tennessee 37349, and their website is www.coffeehumane.org. And the pet of the week this week at the Tullahoma Animal Shelter is Toto. He is a wire-haired terrier mix, approximately 1 year old, and weighs about 15 pounds. Toto is good with other dogs and children. He will receive a free neuter provided by the Tullahoma Animal Shelter with the $35 adoption fee. Microchip identification is available to all dogs adopted for a $15 or greater donation to the shelter. For more details, contact Teresa at 454-9580. The Tullahoma Animal Shelter is located at 942 Maplewood Avenue. We'll be right back in a moment after these messages.
The highest standard of integrity delivers stability and honor. It's established over time. You know when you see it. You know when you feel it. There's a standard of integrity in healthcare. It's the Joint Commission Gold Seal of Approval. In 2003, Life Care Center of Tullahoma voluntarily achieved this accreditation and maintains it still today. Life Care, meeting a higher standard because residents matter most.
We're losing it, Doctor.
Not on my shift. Quickly, brush. Roller.
What a transformation. It's going to be okay.
Okay, nothing.
At Paintworks of Tullahoma, we specialize in domestic emergencies with Martin Senior Paints. You can be the paint doctor, too, when you treat your home with Martin Senior interior and exterior finishes.
Doctor, we've got another one.
Got you covered.
Paintworks of Tullahoma. Come see the paint doctor, Stat.
Welcome to Merle Norman, located inside Northgate Mall in Tullahoma. Since 1931, Merle Norman Cosmetics have been researched, developed, manufactured, and packaged in the USA, using the highest quality ingredients and unmatched customer service to help women look and feel better about themselves.
Hi there, I'm Christy Elmacher, owner of Merle Norman. I wanted to talk to you a little bit today about Merle Norman products. We have a large line of skincare and cosmetics for all skin types. Merle Norman's motto is try before you buy, so we'd love for you to come in, talk to us about your concerns, try the products, and we want you to feel good when you leave here, so we hope to see you soon.
Want to feel good in your skin? Visit Merle Norman in Northgate Mall, Tullahoma.
Welcome back. Workers at Volkswagen in Chattanooga are currently voting on whether or not to accept the United Auto Workers Union as their bargaining agent. Governor Haslam spoke out against the union at a recent speech in the city. Let's watch this video from TNReports.com.
And I've been fairly vocal in a way that some people have said, well, why isn't your business? But I think it is our business, the state of Tennessee. We have a considerable investment in that plant. The state of Tennessee put a whole lot of money in that plant. And it's also an interest of ours because Volkswagen has been coming to us for a while. We've been in the middle of discussions about their potential to expand that plant. And Volkswagen has said, we're going to build an SUV somewhere in America. And it's kind of been narrowed down to either Mexico or Chattanooga. And we obviously have been very interested in having that happen in Chattanooga. And they've been hammering us saying the cost differential to build that in Chattanooga is too great, and we've got to figure out a way to narrow that cost. And you also have to figure out a way to attract more suppliers close to the plant so that it can help our logistics costs. Well, I don't know how bringing UAW, I know UAW will not help us bring other suppliers close because they told us that. They have said if UAW comes in there, we are going to be much less likely to locate a plant close to Chattanooga. And I don't know how it will help. Every economic study I've shown shows that if the plant unionizes, it will not lower the cost to produce a vehicle there. So because of that, because we have a real interest in seeing that expansion, we feel like it's been really important to say that as the state is an economic partner in that. We do have a vested interest in what goes forward, and that vote is important to us.
Governor, Senator Corker has put out a statement saying he's not going to comment on the UAW things because there is an election going on. You seem to be taking the opposite course. You are trying to influence the outcome here.
Well, I think we're just saying the same thing that we've always said, that the state has a vested interest in this, and I think, like I said, they're from our viewpoint, from what we're hearing from other companies, it matters what happens in that vote. I don't know that I'm trying to.
But you wanted a secret vote, and you got it. Are you pleased that this is now happening?
Sure. No, I'm very pleased there's a secret vote. I'd love it to where, I guess one of my concerns is that within the plant that both sides of the discussion aren't being represented. The UAW is having a chance to present the argument, but nobody else is.
You presented this as unionization, but I mean that's not exactly what's happening here. I mean you brought a German company to the United States. A works council is what is common in German companies. Why interfere in something that they do all the time?
I wasn't involved in direct negotiation when they came, but from everyone I've spoken with, I don't think there was ever contemplated this situation in terms of from where the state was at that point.
Governor, have you tried to speak to UAW workers or send somebody to speak directly to them?
No, I don't think that's my role. I think it's my role is to say here's what the state's interest is. Here's why we are interested, but it's not my role to go speak to UAW.
Stay with us. We'll be right back with your weather forecast after these messages.
The final countdown has begun on the remaining 2013s at Russell Barnett Kia. With only a few left in inventory, these deals are amazing. Check out this 2013 Kia Sportage, yours today for $21,500 or $349 a month. That's incredible. With America's best warranty, the 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, Kia is the power to surprise. So come on down to Russell Barnett Kia and let us show you why we are #1 in customer satisfaction. And remember, why buy anywhere else?
You only know in a fire to get out, to escape. And now, okay, you're outside and you're safe. What do you do now? And that's where the Red Cross came in. We ran out of the house just wearing our pajamas. And at that point, just to even have a toothbrush that I could call my own was so important. You know, it just makes you feel like a person again.
Welcome back. We'll take a look at your weather forecast, starting with your weather history on this day. Our record high was in 1962 at 80 degrees. The record low was in 1944 at 10 degrees. The average high on this day is 51 and the average low is 31. For tonight, look for clear weather as the snow is moved out of our area with a low of around 28. Rain and snow possibly mixed expected for Friday with a high of 44 and a low of 19. And on Saturday, partly cloudy weather in your forecast with a high of 41 and a low of 32. And that's our Newsleader report for this evening. We invite you to join us each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 6, 8, and 10 for Newsleader on 6. You have a good evening.